Hi everyone, it's Eva Benmeleh. So I want to talk about something that I think can apply to all of us in different points of our lives in different situations. The other day I was in a conversation with a friend of mine and she mentioned that I got up from the dinner table and went to go chaperone the kids instead of sticking through a conversation that other guests were having. And when I left, the guests asked if there was anything that was wrong with me, why I was acting kind of funny or distant. And I explained to her, as I had explained to them before, that being a part of conversations where people are arguing their points in a very heated, sometimes passive aggressive manner is just not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun. When I go to dinner parties, it's in order for me, my expectation, to have quality time with the people I care about. And that quality time does not include bickering over semantics, over situations, and life details that neither party is an expert in. It's just personal opinion versus facts and data that reflect each of their personal opinions. So I decided that I had the option. I could stay and sit through it, which I had done in the past, and make myself not feel very good. I could try to change the subject and make a joke out of it or be ironic, which that hasn't worked out so well. Or I could get up and step aside and do something else that I found a little bit more amusing. So in this particular dinner, I decided to do the last one because that's what I decided to do. And I've noticed that a lot of times we are in situations that are uncomfortable for us, whether it's because it's a topic of conversation that we don't particularly enjoy to talk about, whether it's because we have our reservations or even negative feelings about certain people in front of us. For whatever the reasons that they are, we are in situations where perhaps even we don't have negative feelings or reservations, but this other person in our company is pushing boundaries or is demanding certain things that we may not be wanting to do or wanting to give. Like overstaying their welcome or I don't know, opening and closing the refrigerator in the pantry, or telling your children what to do, or reprimanding your children while you're right there and you haven't had a conversation about that being okay or not. So we can find ourselves in many situations where we feel almost forced to be the bigger person, or to be the mature one, or to be the inviting one, or to be the proper hostess. And we sidestep ourselves because it's so ingrained in our personality from culture to be the nice ones, the mature ones, the proper ones, that we forego our boundaries in order to maintain the status quo of fakeness. And by no means am I saying be rude, and by no means am I saying be exclusive, but if there's moments where you're feeling like your boundaries are being tested, then it's truly up to you to decide how you want to set these boundaries again. Because if they're being overstepped by others, then what's happening with you that you're allowing that? So we can't change people. I hope that that's been something that we've established, but we can change either the situation, or we can change our reaction, or we can walk away from all of it until we're ready to deal with it again later. That's all that we can do, because that's what's in our hands, for what's in our control. So I'd say that a little bit ago, I could have been kind of double checking in with myself and second guessing, like, oh, was that disrespectful? Should I not have gotten up? Should I have, put myself through that and stayed? And honestly, this time around, I just said, you know what? It's just not something I was in the mood for. I want to be with who I'm with in order to have a nice time. That's my expectation. And if it's not meeting my expectation and I'm not being disrespectful or obnoxious or rude about it, I'm going to politely step away and do my own thing, because that's what suited me in the moment. As long as I'm not hurting anyone or offending anyone, and I'm taking care of myself and my boundaries, that's kind of all that counts. Because if I'm being authentic to myself, then I'm putting my best self forward, and then I could be better around everyone else. So I want to leave you with that, because I think a lot of times we forget that. We want to be the nice one. We don't want to make anyone feel bad, but in the process, we're making ourselves feel bad, and that's not fun. So, leaving you with that. I hope you have a great night. Take care. Speak with you all next week. Bye.